Well, everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review the Asylum of Dr. Caligari, and this is a book written by James Morrow, who previously wrote Towering Jehovah and The Last Witchfinder. And this book focuses on kind of a reframing of Dr. Caligari from the German Expressionist film, and you have this Alessandro Caligari who's running this asylum, and you have this American painter, Francis Wyndham, who shows up to do art therapy at the asylum. And this this book is very interesting in the way that it tackles both the historical context, as this is leading up to World War I. It's definitely incorporates a lot of like the European tensions at the time and leads into some interesting like alternative history in terms of how this story leads into very significant European events and global events that happen over the course of the next couple decades. It also kind of reframes psychiatry and psychology of the time, as Caligari here is reframed as a contemporary of Freud, and how this tackles those different kinds of ideas and perspectives when it comes to psychiatry and psychology in general. You have some interesting like romantic elements, this connection that Wyndham seems to develop with a particular talented student and patient, and it's interesting because this book is not that long. It's a pretty easy, small book that you could get through without a ton of effort. Everything seems like it is not a ton of effort after I read The Stand, or listened to The Stand, and I did listen to the audiobook of this with my wife. This gets horny. There's definitely some sexual content, and it goes beyond the romantic into, the sexual. And I think that really works in terms of, like, you're thinking about psychology and stuff like that, and Freud, and Caligari in this context. But I think what really works, trying to pull all of this together, is this wry and satirical perspective that Morrow brings to the story, because it's interesting and it's fun, and it knows how to play with the elements that are going on. There's a lot going on, and I think that's what holds us back a bit for me, but it's how it's put together, how it's conceived, how it's approached by Morrow that really makes this an engaging and interesting alternative history framing of a classic film and a classic like horror movie villain in Dr. Caligari, and getting this perspective. I wonder what Nick Cage thinks about this. I wonder if he's read it. If you've seen Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, you know what I'm referencing. But in the end, I think this is an engaging and interesting condensed read that, be ready for the weird. It goes to some wild places. That's the thing. If you watch the original film, it's pretty wild, that German expressionism. Here, it doesn't shy away from that. It doesn't throw that out the window. It incorporates that. And I think that's what also helps make this such a unique and weird and engaging experience. But those are my thoughts on the Asylum of Dr. Caligari. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some books. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.